Assalamu alaikum and welcome to today's episode of Talking Point. I am your host, Syed Neaz Ahmad. In our studios today, we have Dr. Firoz Kamal, born in Bangladesh, received his early education in Bangladesh. Then he graduated from King Edward Medical College in Lahore and also graduated, he did his BSc from Punjab University. Later he went to America. He did his Master of Public Health from North Carolina University, and he also holds a postgrad diploma in dermatology from University of London. Dr. Firoz Kamal is a medical practitioner, but his heart is in writing and other social issues. He has attended many conferences, including one in Brazil and one in Beijing in 1997 and 1998. Welcome to the show, sir. How are you?
Thank you very much for giving me a chance to talk.
Well, so kind of you to have accepted our invitation again, and things again are not going the way everybody would want, but that is the way of the world.
Yeah, that's true.
So we have problems here and there, starting from the Middle East to South Asia. See, the burning topic for most Bangladeshis these days is not election to me, but what is happening on our eastern border between Bangladesh and Myanmar. You recently wrote a very interesting article about Bangladesh, what is happening on Bangladesh border and Myanmar and why it has happened. You write both in Bengali and English, and you write for dailies in Bangladesh, periodicals in Bangladesh, and you also edit periodicals in London. The reign of pure immorality, that's what you wrote about Myanmar. Does Rohingya life matter? Whenever something like this happens, genocide or whatever name you give it, see a handle, anything, people do not care about the death or the deprivation or the eviction or the rape or the killing of the people who are being subjected to. There is possibly a greater agenda, we do not know. We are innocent people, we are being killed, see. But what is the agenda? Why are we being killed? Why are our neighbors are quiet? Why are the superpowers not as equivocal as they would be in other circumstances? See. Your article makes very interesting reading. You wrote, commission of a crime never owes to any physical disability of the perpetrators. It is an evil expression of their wicked immorality. Coming from you, being a medical doctor, you probably understand what goes on in mind of people who do inflict such callous and disastrous calamities on innocent people. How do you see the situation on our border these days?
Thank you, Neaz bhai, for giving me the opportunity to talk on one of the most horrendous, terrific situation on our border. That is what is going on to our Rohingya Muslim brothers. It is terrible, really, what's going on. And it is not only very, you can say it's happening only for a few months.
Right.
These things are happening for about 3 decades.
Yes.
It is a slow ethnic cleansing, genocide is going on. You see, just I am giving you one statistics. In 1951, there was a census in Pakistan in those days, actually. There was East Pakistan and West Pakistan.
Right.
In East Pakistan in 1951 census, population was 42 million. And in West Pakistan, it was 34 million. That is 55% of the East Pakistanis and 45% of the West Pakistanis.
Right.
You see, now in Bangladesh, population is about 160 million.
Right.
So about, you can say, 4-fold increase in the population.
Yes, in about 50 years.
In 50 years,
No,
about 70
more
years.
than that, yeah.
Over 70 years. And in West Pakistan, now Pakistan, population is now 200 million, more than 200 million, 6-fold increase in population. And there was a census in Myanmar, in those days it was called Burma. The population of the Rohingya Muslims were 1.2 million.
Right.
Actually, I was going through one research paper, research book, actually, a research publication. Research was done by London's Queen Mary University's School of Law. It was a very fascinating
That was
research.
in 1951, you said 1.2 million Rohingyas.
No, it was in Pakistan, Bangladesh, that is in East Pakistan in those days. The census was done in 1951, but and then census was done in Burma. It was in 1952. In those days, Rohingya population was 1.2 million. Nowadays, it is told the population is 1.1 million.
Right.
That means in 70 years, instead of population growth, population has decreased by 8%.
Right.
Whereas the population in Bangladesh has
in all neighboring areas has gone up. So in India,
4 times India and everywhere. Why? How it can happen? There was no any tsunami or earthquake or anything that causes that heavy disaster. Then it's nothing.
And if you look at the demographic pattern and the gender pattern of those people who have just come from Myanmar, you can see that looking at them, you would imagine, anybody would imagine, the population must have grown up 6-fold.
Yeah.
Because there's children, see. Everybody seems to be carrying some children.
Yeah. No, in 1952, about 70% of the population in Arakan were Muslims.
Yes.
Now it is more than 30%. This is the product of systematic ethnic cleansing, genocide. You see, now, as I told you, that why I have written that immorality, the death of immorality. You see, why? Reign of immorality. Why is immorality? You see, now, look at the level of morality. Aung San Suu Kyi, she got a Nobel Prize.
Right.
She told that all the rape cases are fake. Go to Bangladesh and see the refugee camps. People are having bullet injury in the chest, in the legs, in the arms. You see, there is...
and they cannot be self-inflicted.
These are not fake. Death cannot be fake. Now, you see, medicine, there's what is called borderless, the Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah.
They have published a report yesterday. The death was 7,700. It's only in 1 month, only in the initial 1 month of this episode, the death was 7,700. This is today's newspaper published this report.
7,700.
700. 1 month only. Now look at the level of, see, UN Human Rights Commission, they told textbook case of ethnic cleansing.
Yes.
And the UN Secretary General told this is the, you can say, most rapid form of refugification, you can say, refugification or eviction of the people.
Yeah.
You see, millions of people, they came out of Germany, but didn't happen within 1 month.
No.
You see, slow, you see. And what is the morality? What is the morality? You see, now, this is happening in front of people, and the whole world is seeing these things. Nobody is condemned. Nobody is condemning. Even the UN failed to condemn it.
Even the Pope.
Even the Pope. You see, what's the courage of telling the truth? You see, morality, if anybody has a morality, then he should have the expression of truth through his talking, through the lectures or anything. If doesn't, hiding the truth is a symptom of immorality. That is happening. You see, hundreds of states, they are having embassy there. What they are doing there?
Right.
Genocide is going on, eviction is going on, torture is going on. People now, you see, look, 1982, these Rohingya people, their citizenship was abdicated.
Yes.
You see, why? These millions of people are made stateless. It is worse than homelessness.
And there is no figure available for 1982, the population of Rohingyas.
Yeah.
They were deprived of their nationality, but there is no figure available. See.
No.
And now, if you compare that 1982 figure and 2017 figure, I'm just fast forwarding, and we'll come back to that later. See that this agreement that's been signed in November. See, if they were to find out who is the legitimate citizen of Myanmar, see, how would they do that? Because there is no figure available.
No. Another thing, see, they are telling that those who have migrated to Bangladesh, there will be about 1 million people. Because this time about 600,000 and 4,000 people are already living there in camps. Those people are evicted in previous episode of eviction.
Yes.
Because they started in 1974, 1982, then 2012, 2013, then this time. All these people, they are still there.
Yes.
So more than 1 million people, these Rohingya people, they live in Bangladesh. Now they are telling about they're returning back, only be possible those who are having the documents. Did the Myanmar army people give any time to collect the documents and come with the documents to Bangladesh?
Well,
see, another thing, that is one research was done by some Bangladesh, Dhaka University, some students, they did that, very good research. It was published in Daily Star. And they are telling that people even left their disabled parents. They didn't have
because
time.
they had to run.
Because you see, that level of problem, it's a catastrophe, level of catastrophe. You can see people, these women, pregnant women, disabled people, children, miles and miles, they are walking. In Arakan, there is no highway, there is no riverways, nothing.
Right.
You have to only walk, walk and walk. And walk through the mud, through the water,
Forest.
through the paddy field, through the forest, and cross the river either through a raft.
Yes.
You see, very
Primitive, crude.
form of raft. You see, made of some cans.
Yes.
See, the television. I saw these things actually. So, how they can take the documents with them? Probably, and another thing, they are deprived of any documents. You see, with such deprivation of documents, how they can put the documents?
So they have been planning it for a long, long time, isn't it?
Exactly.
See, this
exactly.
is not a sudden volcano that has erupted that we want to have our Myanmar clean of other nations, other religions. But talking of religion, again, it pains me that most of the religions of the world, they preach peace. And possibly we used to think that Buddhism goes one step forward, see, beyond others, you see. That was a bit unpractical, but they used to go one step forward, ahead of all the religions, to say everything is peaceful, don't have to kill, don't do this, don't do that. But that was their policy. See, very, very, very pacifist.
Actually, Neaz bhai, one thing I want to tell you. There are some indicators, there are some markers of civility, civilized living. One thing, see, you should be good to the neighbor. You should have affinity to the neighbors. Not you should have the bigotry, hatred. You see, all these things. This is you see, hatred. This shows that how people are immoral.
Right.
It is a marker of immorality, in fact. You see, now look at what they are doing. This history of Arakan didn't start with the independence of Arakan. These people are living there hundreds and hundreds of years.
Right.
You see, in 1978, this Arakan was invaded by the Burmese people, Burmese army. Before that, they were independent state. And this independent state, majority are the Muslim people. And then British came, and then 1948, Arakan became the part of Burma. In fact, the Arakan Muslims, some of the leaders, they wanted to be the part of Pakistan, in fact. They approached Qaeda Muhammad Ali Jinnah to take them with the Pakistan. But Pakistan was busy at that time with other problems to get independence. They couldn't address the issue. Now the problem I want to tell you, actually, they are telling these people, this Rohingya Muslim people, they migrated from Bangladesh. How it can happen? You see, Bangladesh is having 90% Muslims. Did they migrate from any other country? This is the social phenomena. They are born there. Like you say, Arakan and Bangladesh, you can say a neighboring part.
Right,
there is no barrier. There is no barrier.
It's about time to take a break.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for being with us. We'll be back after this short break. Thank you.